Hi everyone, welcome to the first of the videos we produce for all the dog owners out there who are having problems and issues with their dogs, or even just not getting them to behave the way they'd really like to. And with me I have Doggy Dan. Welcome Dan.
Thank you.
And you may well have seen Dan on TV, but if you haven't, he's one of the world's leading dog trainers, and he's developed some really quite revolutionary but very easy, simple and very effective ways to train dogs and to eliminate, really very simply, isn't it, many of the problems people have with their dogs. So what we want to do in these videos, we really want to do three things. Firstly, Dan is going to give some really good ideas and advice and solutions for you for problems that you've got with your dogs. And also if your relationship with your dog just isn't the way you'd like it to be, Dan's got some great ideas for that. Secondly, we'd like to make it a bit interactive, which means you've probably got problems, specific problems yourself. If you'd like to send them in, you just below this video, send us in a comment, write down a question, and we'll look at those in a later video and address specifically some of the most major ones that people seem to have. And thirdly, a little bit later on we'll tell you about an amazing new product that Dan coincidentally is just bringing out in a few days that really is going to be one of the most significant new ways to help people to easily solve the problems with all their dogs. So Dan, over to you. Look, this whole thing about dog training.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've got a dog, lots of our friends have got a dog, you've got a few of them, I noticed.
Yes.
Okay, but everywhere you look, people, they're just not, they've got problems. There's things, you know, whether it's a dog barking too much or it's aggressive, and really it comes down to they're just not doing what people want them to do. You know, is there a fundamental reason?
The big message, the key to the whole method is that unless you're that pack leader, you're always going to struggle. And I know we've all heard that word, the pack leader, it's overused, but at the end of the day, there's a reason it's overused. Because everybody who I go and see on a consultation, whether they realize it or not, is struggling to become the pack leader. Even people who think they are the pack leader are in fact not. And that's the real cause of all their problems, and that's what I'm here really to talk to you about. Even if it's just so you understand that by becoming the pack leader and your dog listening to you, you'll then be in a position to start training your dog and changing its behaviour.
So what are you really meaning by a pack leader then?
The word pack leader is, some people have negative connotations to it. People think it means you have to be rough with your dog or dominate your dog, but excuse me. When I use the word pack leader, I think the best word to describe pack leader is simply decision maker. It's got nothing to do with dominating your dog. When I use the word pack leader, it just means the decision maker.
Right.
Okay. When you're the decision maker when you're the pack leader or the decision maker, you can then show your dog how you want it to behave. And this is the problem that everybody's got, whether they realize it or not. If you're not that pack leader, you can't show your dog that dog over there, or the cows are not dangerous, or the little person going by on the bicycle is not dangerous. You have to be the pack leader before you're able to show your dog.
So, okay, so let's get specific then. You know, you're saying you need to be the pack leader for your dog, yeah? And do you will that fundamentally, just on its own, take care of a lot of the issues?
So many people that I go and work with, the only thing I show them is how to be the pack leader. Once that's established, a lot of the problems disappear.
Right.
And that is the absolute magic of this method. That there's all these other books and people trying and struggling out there to solve their dog's problems. They're struggling because they're treating symptoms.
Not the
And
cause.
you're not the cause, and you'll always struggle. You're always swimming upstream against the river, against the tide, until you actually become the pack leader, and then your dog will start taking notice of you. The number of people who go, I know my dog understands what I'm telling it to do.
Right.
Oh, and you're dead right. Your dog does understand, but it's ignoring you.
Yeah, and that seems to happen, doesn't it? So
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Maybe you could show us one of your dogs how it treats you like the pack leader. Could we do that?
Sure. That's a good. I'm trying to think something up on the spot, but I mean, we could get something where my dog, wants to do something different, but I get them to follow me or to listen, and you'll just hopefully see a little bit of how, they respect me and they do what I'm asking them. So as you can see, my dogs are pretty keen to chase the stick. They've just found this new stick, and they really want to chase it. But what I'm going to try and show you is, because they understand and respect me as the pack leader, when I ask them to wait, they will wait, even though they're desperate to go and chase it. So I'll let them chase the first one. You ready? Just so you can see how much they really want to chase the stick, how much they enjoy it. You ready? Ready? Okay. Good girl, good girl. Very good girl. Okay. Now this could be difficult, the two of them fighting. Good girl, bring it here, Peanut. Bring it here. Peanut butter. Peanut, bring it, fetch. Good girl, bring it here. Very good girl. Bring it here. Very good girl. And drop it. Good girl, Peanut. Very good girl. Good girl. Now, I will give her a treat for that because very good girl. Easy. Easy. Now, Peanut. Sit. Inca, sit. Wait. Just wait. 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 Okay. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea how that respect is what allows me to have the control, and that extends throughout the whole of dog training. Whether it's a dog who wants to go and get aggressive with another dog, you have to be the pack leader, you have to have that respect and be the decision maker.
Okay, well that was absolutely brilliant what you just did. It's fantastic. But I'm sure everyone's saying, well look, he's an expert, he's a master. What can I do to get that sort of control over my dog? So if there's one thing, is there one little thing that people could start to use that would help them to get control over their dog?
But when it comes to this sort of thing where you're throwing a ball or a stick for your dog, something that you can try at home is recognizing that you should be the person that's in charge of the decision when the ball or the stick is thrown. So many dog owners out there are almost a servant to their dog. The dog brings the stick, drops it, and they throw it immediately for the dog, because if they don't, the dog will start barking. So what I suggest you try is to take control of the ball or the stick. It should be your stick and your toy, and you actually get your dog to stay or wait whilst you throw it once or twice. I know it may look a bit funny at the park. You throw the stick for yourself. You walk, get it, and bring it back. And you will be amazed at how much that affects the psychology of your dog in understanding it's your stick, it's your game, and then you'll get lots more control over your dog when you ask it to return it, and drop it, and fetch, and so forth.
Okay, well that's fantastic. Thanks very much, Dan. So, yeah, send us in your comments if you've got any questions at all for Dan. We can use them in the next video. In fact, in the next video we're going to look specifically maybe at a couple of little problems that people definitely do have. So now, send us in what your problems are so we can have a look at them and really give them some good advice on how to just overcome what really is just frustration for people, isn't it, about the way their dog behaves. So that'll be great. We'll talk a bit more about your product, which is coming out in about a week, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, which is, from what we've seen, it's an absolute first in dog training on the internet, certainly. So that's going to be really exciting. We'll tell you a bit more about that in the next video, and also how you can get some extra special additional bonuses that Dan's going to throw in. So thanks very much. Send in your comments, questions, put it down below this video. See you next time.